Welcome back to another video. It seems like y'all tend to like these videos, these weekly updates on the different projects that I'm currently messing around with and that I'm involved with, so y'all can get the updates of what's going on with each project, how the rewards are going, or if there's any news of rewards or anything like that. So here we are. Today's Monday, March 18th, I'm sorry. And we got some updates. I know it's been kind of slow the last couple of weeks, but it seems like there's movement in several projects right now going on. We know this meme craze is going on right now too. Seems like you can make up a meme. I was looking for envelope called envelope on meme, and somebody is going to go all in on it. It's just absolutely crazy right now, but it's helped Solana out a lot. We've seen a dip on Bitcoin, and I did a video last night about not panicking and stuff like that. Nobody should be really panicking on Bitcoin, but one thing we've all learned, if you've been in this for longer than 30 minutes, is just when you think you got Bitcoin figured out and the pattern forming, it just zigs instead of zags, and you don't know what's going on. So don't know if it's because of the FOMC meeting that's coming up, hearing rumors about them raising rates. I can't see that because I think that's going to knock some banks out of business, but that's just me. I don't know nothing about all that stuff. But something's got to be keeping this Bitcoin price down. Solana, though, Solana passed up BNB yesterday, currently sitting in fourth place. But this isn't the video really to go over the market. We're going to hit these projects. So thanks for tuning in, and let's start digging into them. So starting off, I've kind of changed my ranking up a little bit. I know I told y'all last week I was thinking about doing this, but when you start looking into which ones are easier, making more money, whatever you want to say, you can't really do it by ranking more money. But one thing starting off right now is DIMO. DIMO has taken a hit along with everything in crypto. It's nothing pertaining to the project. It's just that they've taken a hit as far as crypto in whole has taken a hit, unless it's named Solana. So you can see DIMO has come down. It was 55 cents when we did our update last Monday, and now is down to 41 cents. Again, crypto in whole is down. This is a 25% dump, if you want to say. But again, I don't blame this on DIMO. I don't think there's anything wrong with the project. This project is very, very strong, and I think it looks good. And one thing I will say about DIMO is the reason it's easily number one is what I love the most about this project. I don't have to touch it. I ain't got to deal with it. I'm going to make this statement, and not that I think it's going to upset anybody, but, and I'm not trying to rub it in, because I know they're very hard to get right now. But if you're brand new into these projects, and you just want to get into one project, not have to deal with a lot of maintenance or checking on it or anything like that, DIMO is it. Told y'all this, but some people might be stumbling on this. I got over 7,000 subscribers. Thank y'all all very much. I appreciate it. I don't know how I'm doing it, but 7,000 subscribers. So I don't know who's new here, so I'm gonna repeat some of the things I've said in the past income update type videos. Is I put all three of these. I purchased 3 DIMO macarons. I have them in 3 of my vehicles. One belongs to my son. One also belongs to my wife, and they don't have to deal with it. They don't have to worry about if it's connected. They all connect to a Helium miner that I have behind my house on a tower. So therefore, everything's downloaded there, whatever it needs to do. And I go into the app once or twice a week to make sure it stays connected. And sure enough, they all say, it was connected 5 minutes ago, connected an hour ago, whatever. And they just work. No maintenance, nothing at all. And now, one thing I can't go, like the disclaimer says, I will be grumpy about something or negative about something, is I cannot figure out the rewards. Cannot figure out the rewards. It seems like every other week, it's a high week rewards and a low week rewards, a high week rewards and a low week rewards. And last week, I made 46, or when my rewards came in today, or this morning, early this morning, I made 46 DIMO between all 3 devices. That's 15 per device. When you look at last week's, I made 151 total, 49 per device. Somebody explain that to me. You had a 5,000 increase of cars. This week, you had another 5,000 increase. So look, they're expanding, and I'll give them that. But I had 151 tokens added. But the week before that, I had 22. So somebody could please try to explain it to me. I had 22 total added. The week before that, I had 35 added. The week before that, I had 19 added. It's just, this just is all over the place. So I have 46 DIMO at 15 per device. With today's pricing of right now, and actually, DIMO just hit 40 cents, but I'm not going to change all this for the video. I'm making 88 cents per day per device. I have right here crossed out, I have that my ROI as of last week, I put on here that I ROI'd on all my devices. Well, with the new price, I didn't ROI. But hey, that's on me. I didn't cash out or anything like that. So, it is what it is. I'm in DIMO for the long haul, and my plan is just to let these things go, just let them accumulate and accumulate, and I'm not cashing that out anytime soon. I know in my mind, hey, I ROI'd, but DIMO right now is by far the easiest passive income that I'm aware of, other than maybe some kind of computer thing that you would set up, but that just sits in the corner. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But DIMO right now is paying out. You can cash it out on Coinbase, and it's good to go if you can get the devices. It is what it is. Next, we'll talk about Helium. Helium is still chugging along, and Helium has also seen a price decrease. Again, I'm going to say it again. I'm not sweating it. Everything in crypto right now has taken a dip since last week, and it is what it is. It was at 0.002, about 0.0021 at this time last week when I did this video, and now we're down to 0.0017. When you look at and you compare these to Bitcoin, Bitcoin was at 72.7 as of this video last week, and we're down to 67. We know it's only down 7%, but we know it hurts more than that. So it's drug everything else in crypto, other than Solana. It's drug the rest of it out down there too. So last week I was making about $14 a day. I'm now making $11 a day. I'm still getting about 7,000 coins earned, IoT earned, times that price. I'm making about $11 a day. Right now, every week, I'm doing something different. In the past, I was either I was exchanging this back for HNT or IoT to pay myself back for the cooler I bought. Week before that, I was converting it to HNT. But this week, with Solana, I bought a good amount of Solana at $10. I didn't want to buy more because I was afraid of bringing down my cost of how much I purchased it for. But I am seeing, these are other people's numbers, not mine, but I'm seeing people who are thinking Solana could be going to $800 to $1,000 a coin. And I'll just look at it as is right now, if Solana just goes up to $800, again, not mine, please don't just snip this part of my video and say this fat old idiot thinks it's going to $800, but that's what a lot of people are saying. And if it does go to $800, you got to look at now this $11 a day, I'm really putting in $44 a day. If it goes up to $1,000, then right now, this is like $55 a day. So this week, I'm converting my IoT into Solana, and it does hurt when you convert your 7,000 IoT to 0.0003 Solana or whatever it might be. But that's what I'm currently doing. But my Helium miners are just moving along, and they work. Same thing. I just keep up with them, check them every now and then. I got on my spreadsheet, I have what I'm making. Each day I try to kind of update it. And it also helps me that if I see one of my miners not get rewards for the last 24 hours, it helps me point out which one it is and if it needs to be power cycled or something like that. So moving on to this next section. I put this in the next section, another section, because these two are kind of just running on their own. You don't have to babysit them. They just work. And now we have our pains in the butts. So WeatherXM, you've heard me talk about it before. And, you know, I say I have 81 tokens, but those, from what I'm reading, ain't worth nothing because this is just testnet where they're testing the reward system. So I see people crying online about, oh, I'm only made 2 or 3, or my tokens are missing and blah, blah, blah. It don't matter because you can have 181 tokens here, 1,081 tokens here. They don't matter. This is just testnet. They're testing the reward system. Last week, I complained the fact that I was 100% for 0 days, and I was still averaging about 3.4 a day. This week, again, I haven't touched it. Y'all see my videos in the past. It's right here on top of my desk. Have not touched anything. And now I was at 100% for 4 days. In the last 2 or 3 days, I'm back down to missing 1%, missing 2% or something like that. And it just makes 0 sense. And even though I know I'm not getting rewarded, it just aggravates me, but to no means, on why this thing cannot stay connected. I'm watching it. Every now and then I catch it where it shows a red that's not connected, and it's like half of a second, and then it connects back. I've told y'all before, but for the people who have not been here before, my M5 or whatever it's called for the display is right here on top of my desk on this shelf I have, and 20 to 30 feet above it through my roof is my my WeatherXM Wi-Fi station, weather station. And I can't understand why it keeps disconnecting. I have the jumper inside the M5. Some people mentioned that. Yes, I have the jumper set up for the external antenna because it didn't work before that when I had the external antenna plugged in. It got better when I did that, but it still is disconnecting. I can't believe that they're going to dock you for it disconnecting for half a second sometimes if they catch it. I can't help that. I know I said this over and over. You'll have to forgive me, but for the new people, I have Davis weather stations at work and at home, and some of those are 120 to 130 feet away through 2 or 3 different walls, and they never disconnect. So WeatherXM's got to do better. I know they got a new station coming out. I don't know if that's addressed or not, but it is what it is. Don't know anything about WeatherXM's. Tell you what, I'll look through the Discord real quick. Let me see what it says, if there's anybody mentioning anything about mainnet. Nope, nothing about mainnet. All they keep saying is soon. They've been working behind the scenes. Don't want to come out too soon until they got something working, the usual. So no news at all as far as mainnet other than soon. And again, I'm newer to WeatherXM, so I'm not allowed to complain like some of these people. I know some people on here, some guys I am familiar with on here. I don't call them up by name because I don't want to get in trouble, but they've been in this project way longer than me. They have a bigger beef, and you can see that people are starting to lose their patience. But, you know, WeatherXM right now, other than, you know, the little time it disconnects, it works. I can look up here and see that it's 65 degrees. 65 degrees with 7-mile-an-hour wind out the northeast. Supposed to be 30-something degrees in the morning. It was 80 yesterday. Welcome to South Louisiana. So that's WeatherXM. Hey, what? I'm going to go ahead and show what is currently up, what the update is, because I know some of y'all are waiting for these Soarchain Modus devices. So these showing you the orders and when these should be shipped out. I know there's a good amount of y'all who are waiting for these. There's also an announcement of if you you know, you have a chance to pre-register your car or something like that. If you want to, and they talk about validators. You know, it's the same old things about, and you've heard me rant and before about it, about this thing having to stay connected, and it doesn't automatically connect. So, you know, somebody asks about, does the app have to be ran each time? You have to have the app open, hotspot turned on manually. Then once it connects, you can put it in the background. It's one of my biggest complaints about this. But people ask about Bluetooth. They keep saying it's got Bluetooth coming. They're working on it. So I have 1,000, a little over 1,000 T-Modus coins. All right, so scratch that. I had to update it. So last week I had 11, actually 1,000. Today I'm up to 1162. So I have 162 tokens since last week. I'm still at 100%. I'm gonna tell you, I drove more this past week than I did the week before that, the week before that. So my tokens that I've gotten in have actually reduced, but we don't know what that means because we're still not on mainnet. We don't know what these tokens are going to be worth or anything like that. So we'll have to see. There is staking through the app. I know last week I said I'm going to try to look into that. I've got some people who reply back to me that I'm familiar with on which validator they use. I know you can't stake it through the app. You have to actually, it brings you to a website. I'm still trying to figure the whole thing out because it's not like it's a separate wallet. The wallet's in your app. So I really want to sit down and look at it before I lose any tokens or anything like that. So hopefully I'll have time to look at it before the next video, next Monday, before that update video. Grass. Grass is hilarious at times. I would show you all a screenshot or just go to the Discord, but honestly, I would probably get my YouTube booted. And I know I've told y'all this many, many times. If y'all need help and y'all have to go to the Discord, please wipe holy water on y'all's face and eyes first for the sins that y'all are about to see and receive. Last night, Grass would not connect on any of my computers. And this morning, when I finally thought about it, I went on to the Grass Discord. And the next thing you know, it is absolutely going ballistic, crazy, nonstop. It's scrolling so fast with messages you can almost can't read it, because everybody was saying, even though Grass was saying they were in maintenance mode, and when you went to the dashboard on your device, it says Grass is currently on the maintenance mode, but apparently because people saw that for a few hours, next thing you know, this was a rug pull and we all got rugged. Me, as Mr. Cheery, happy person, said, how the hell are you getting rug pulled on something you didn't pay for? It's a free project. You are not out of any money. That's one of the things about this and some of these other projects that I do like about it, that you could try them out and you don't have to pay anything. So if you didn't have to pay anything, how are you getting rugged? Idiots. Yeah, that's my 30-second rant. I know y'all love. But I try to go into Discord to get a little bit of information for y'all and can't handle it. These people are so negative, so toxic, so disgusting. You would think by now they know. You can't even ask any. I don't know if there's anybody even from the Grass Project in this Discord. I can't believe that there is, because I'd quit the way these people talk to. And look, no other project is like that. I'm in a lot of Discord. Y'all have seen my screen before. This Grass Discord is toxic. And listen, y'all know my line of work. I've been in for 28 years, and I've been cursed at, spit at, and been told, and and put down, and I can't handle it. The Grass Discord, it's crazy. You can't get no help, and there's a channel like just for your referral codes, and you got people who are in there saying, I can't find a referral code any place for referral codes. This is a scam. There's a channel for it. It's just, it's horrible, toxic. I can't really blame the project too much for that, because we all know some of these discords are not ran at all by the project, or have nothing to do with the project, or the people from the project have nothing to do with it. But you're not getting help there, really. Maybe some of the off channels might be a little better, but bless y'all if y'all have to try to get that. I'm up to 977,000 grass coins. What that means, I don't know, because this is another project that's in testnet. It's 123,000 since last week. That's all the epochs combined. We're in epoch 3 right now. Again, what does that mean? I don't know, because you're not hearing any news about mainnet. There's 1 or 2 people in Discord that I do trust, that I see them in some other Discords that I've known for a while from other projects, who I trust them, who say that they know some of the people with grass and it's coming soon, and they're supposed to be making some progress and stuff like that. Again, I'm gonna say this again. Grass is on old computers I have in a corner, different places, different networks. I don't do any business at all with grass, with those with those laptops that are running grass. I'm not paying bills on them. I'm not surfing Facebook. I'm not doing anything. I've just basically, the laptops, I've turned off the closed lid to put it in standby type thing. So I'll go to Chrome, run the grass extension, close the lid, shove it in the corner, and it runs. I have 2 of those computers on about 4 different networks, 3 different networks, I think it is. 1 or 2 might be desktops. Stripped out some of the other stuff running to try to save some power, and it is what it is. If it turns out to be something, hey, I'll make a few bucks on it. I can't see, there's so many people in grass right now, so many people running these things. I can't see how it's gonna be worth anything, but I've been wrong before. We'll see. We'll see how grass goes. So moving on. NATIX. I like NATIX, and I had somebody ask me one time, like, Modus, you gotta make sure it's connected every time, but NATIX, you have to also, and I don't bash NATIX as much for that. I think it's because DIMO has spoiled me to be so easy that, to me, Modus should be able to do the same thing. NATIX, well, let me go back up. And Modus gives you 100% mining when it tries to do a witness or whatever you want, to make sure that your device is running and stuff like that. Where if it's not connected to a network and it's not synced right, you get docked for that, and then next thing you know, you'll be going to 97 or 96%. NATIX, I run it when I want to run it. So I guess I can go into it. It's not automatic. I'll say it's not automatic. One of the big knocks with NATIX was that people are making millions of coins a month, and they end up getting like millions of points a month, and then they're only getting 5 or 6 NATIX for those millions of coins, and they felt that they were getting screwed on it. I've told y'all in past videos, we don't know what the hell the NATIX token is going to be worth for you to say you're getting scammed, because if the NATIX token is $10 a piece, you're happy to get 3 NATIX for a month or 4 NATIX for a month. You're making more than what some of these other projects are making. But what they've decided to do is they have increased their supply by 100 billion. So one of the updates they came out with this morning was there's now a Wallet Connect feature that's now live on Drive. There is a NATIX token supply increase to 100 billion. All in-app NATIX already earned and future rewards will be multiplied by 1,000 to reflect the total supply increase. Unified points earned for event detections in kilometers driven across all regions. You can now track the progress towards your region's activation in the app. Guys, gals, this is one of those where math has failed some people. This is one of those where, hey, would you rather have 100 pennies or this dollar bill? And people are going to be like, I don't want pennies. I want $1. Do you want 10 $1 bills or a $10? Oh, I want that $10 bill. It's the same thing. And if they multiply this by 1,000 or 100 billion or whatever it is, if you only got 5 NATIX tokens at the end of a month, and now you're gonna have, multiplied by 1,000. So now you're gonna have 5,000 tokens. Everybody got them increased, and guess what? It's still gonna be worth the same thing. But you feel better inside because you got 5,000 tokens instead of 5. This is pacifying the people complaining on the Discord, and just for pacifying reasons. If I'm wrong, y'all can say I'm wrong. If there's something else going on that they felt they had to multiply this by 1,000, hey, let me know. There might be something more to it. But I'm telling you, I really think this is because every time at the end of a month or beginning of the next month, the Discord got filled with all these people so upset that they got converted 6 million tokens and only got 5 NATIX coins. But you have no idea what NATIX is going to be worth. But hey, if you feel better because now instead of 5 tokens, you got 5,000 tokens, God bless you, and you got your way, and you still got the same value you had last month. But that's what it is. There is a AMA coming up. We talked last week that NATIX and Silencio have combined. I'm in Silencio. I like Silencio. Again, and I'm gonna talk about it in a second, but it is a app that you have to take your device, and you have to make sure you set it up when you're eating in a restaurant. It wants to measure noise pollution. If I'm out anywhere in the public, if I'm at softball games for my daughter, if I'm at a restaurant eating, if I'm at the mall somewhere, I'm running my Silencio app and walking through with the microphone up like it tells you to, and I'm walking around, and I set a little timer on my watch for 30 minutes because that's the max, and I walk around and I do things, and I get the Silencio stuff. They've now combined with NATIX. There is an AMA scheduled tomorrow for this. 6 p.m. CET time. I don't know what time that is in America, so I'll have to figure that out. I would like to try to make this just to be, I'm very curious to hear if this is just going to be one of those partnerships where Silencio is going to push NATIX and NATIX is going to push Silencio, but really they're going to remain kind of separate. I would have to think that, since technically that's 2 different apps you got to run at one time. NATIX is while you're moving. Silencio is when you stop, because if you move too much, too fast, Silencio stops you. Or could it be one app that says, but one of them, you got to keep the phone on your dashboard, where the Silencio, you want to carry that with you in the stores, and when you're walking around outside and you're walking through the park or noisy industrial areas, that's what it wants to measure. I can't see it being the same app, but that's just me. I guess some people ain't running 2 different devices like I am. But I need my phone while I'm driving for different reasons, and I can't see it sitting on my dashboard taking readings or whatever you want to call it that NATIX is doing. I don't know. Also, for some people who have fake iPhones, I know some of y'all are passionate about it. It's just a joke. Calm down. I know some of y'all are really passionate about not having iPhones, like y'all are changing the world. Google don't work with NATIX right now. So if you have a problem with NATIX running on your non-iPhone, they have the process right here and everything you got to do to try to get it to work again. And as of 2 days ago, they had this issue right here. And now it says the release 2.1.20 is available in the Android store. Play Store should be updated in a few hours for everyone. So looks like that is restored, but I did want to go to that because I've seen several people complain about not being able to use this on Google phone. So here's that update on that. Silencio, just hit on Silencio again. Yes, it's a project that you have to turn on when you go in different places. I don't care. And when I'm sitting at a restaurant or whatever like that, I'm playing, I'm talking to whoever I'm talking to, or I'm eating, and I'm not trying to be on the phone anyway. So I have no problem just turning on the Silencio app and just throwing it in a napkin holder like this with the microphone up and taking a reading. That's what the people want. In the AMA, they even said they're trying to get sound pollution readings inside restaurants and outside restaurants. That's what I'm doing. So I have 2,044 since last week, which gives me a total of 15,400 Silencio tokens. Again, this is testnet still. This is not mainnet. So them tokens don't mean anything as of right now. I don't know if they're going to convert them or how that's going to work when it goes to mainnet. I haven't really seen anything on that. If anybody here knows, please feel free to put it in the comments. I'll even pin it to the top of the comments just to let everybody know. I'm ranked 2099 in the Diamond League. I have a 51-day streak, which is cool because you get a big bonus if you get to, I think it's 100 or something like that. But right now, I'm getting 127% bonus points when I do any kind of measurement. So when I'm doing that full 30-minute measurement, I'm getting the equivalent of doing like another 40 minutes or something. So plus you have the little 3 boxes on the bottom, and you press one of the boxes and you get a multiplier on that also. One thing I do want to backtrack and say, I've been wanting to say this, but I forgot. On NATIX for a while, we could not open up the little box, the little present box, whatever. It would crash the app and stuff. That has been fixed. So when you're done with your NATIX, driving around or doing whatever you're doing, make sure on the NATIX that you hit the little present box, the little gift, and you can, there's times where I get more in the gift box than I did for driving around for 20 minutes. So it gives you some pretty good rewards for that. Make sure you're also checking on NATIX. Make sure you're checking those missions and different things like that, because on the missions, you're getting like 24,000 tokens sometimes, 40,000 tokens sometimes. So that all builds up. So make sure that you're hitting both of those also. So Silencio, I have been hitting this nonstop. I'm telling y'all, I have been hitting this nonstop. Saturday I did it all day. Every time my 30-minute timer went off, because I was walking around so much, doing so much different things at different places. I'm telling you, I ran this nonstop and my ranking went down. So whoever else is doing this, they must be doing it. They must have figured out a way just to set it up to keep running automated or something. I mean, I joke, but I know the last week before that on Silencio, I was ranked 2023. And this week I am 2099. So I went down in 74, 5.6 points, whatever it is. Not that it means anything, but you know, I'm proud of my ranking. I'm proud that I got the Diamond League that fast, but I don't know. But Silencio, we can keep working on it. I'm still glad to see that NATIX and Silencio, they're doing these AMAs. Y'all know I'm a big fan of AMAs. I still got the one with Wingbits, which I'm trying to work out. But because of all the issues we have with DFly refused to do any kind of AMA with us at all. Y'all know that I can say the name now because the bull BS copyright stuff that they tried to put on my channel, that's all been cleared out. I have no copyright stuff anymore because I showed an image of their website. Oh, yeah, y'all stay far away from them. Anyway, so because of them refusing to do it and always having an excuse not to do it, any project that is willing to do an AMA, especially when they do a face AMA where you can see the picture of them, you can see them talking, you can see who it is, and they dox themselves. Because of the past history, I love AMAs. It just takes a risk, takes that risk factor down for me. Yes, any project could rug pull. Yes, any project could be gone tomorrow. We understand that, but it's still a level of trust that when they're willing to do those AMAs, and when I see NATIX and Silencio, they're moving, they're doing stuff, they're doing these AMAs. It tells me they're not resting on what they're doing. We've seen Soarchain do them. We've seen WeatherXM do them. We know that those guys are doing it. Bitharvest even has one coming up. I'm trying to do one Bitharvest myself. I have so much going on between work, keeping up this YouTube thing, keeping up all these passive income projects, my daughter's softball, some health issue. Like, it's just nonstop, and trying to get all this stuff scheduled. I'm trying to build my computer at home, and still haven't got all the parts for that, because I'm trying to put a lot of top end parts, because I'm an idiot. Stuff I don't even need, but I'm trying to make this a top level computer. I ain't gonna worry about a computer for a long time. I can do all the producing I want, get rid of some of this cheap looking effects I got, and it's just so much. I can't get a lot of stuff planned out. But AMAs, when these projects are doing them, NATIX, Silencio, I'm very interested tomorrow to try to catch this. If I can't catch it live, this AMA tomorrow, I plan on trying to catch it taped, because I want to hear what they got to say. I'm interested a lot in hearing what they say. I listened to one of the past Silencio AMAs, and those guys really impressed me. You could tell when people are really passionate. Hey, we can just do this project for the hell of it. We would think about it at a bar room, or if they're really passionate about the project that they did it. These two brothers that started the Silencio project, you can tell they're passionate about this project, and I wish them all the luck in the world that project really takes off. Wingbits is moving. You know, I don't really know anything more about the testnet or anything like that. I know there's a lot of behind the scenes going on with them. You know, Wingbits did have an AMA last Wednesday. I was planning on being here to listen to it, and I missed it. Something came up at work, and when certain things come up at work in my job, you have to take care of it. And I missed it. I was hoping that I would just capture a recording. For some reason, it wasn't recorded to play back, and I missed it. But I know Wingbits is still moving. Talking to those guys daily, and we're still shooting for the sky. No pun intended. But Wingbits are still going. Hivemapper. I have changed. You know, I tell you all the time, and I'm willing to admit wrong, or I'm willing to admit that I changed my mind. I'm willing to admit those kind of stuff that a lot of people can't come on here on YouTube and admit. And I'm telling you, I've changed my mind. In the past, I told y'all that I was not upgrading to a new camera. And then what happens is I scratch this out and say, wait a minute, I got 4,000 bonus tokens. We might have to rethink about that again. So the price of honey has come down. It was 21 cents. Now it's 14 cents, a little over 14.5 cents. And this just in, as we make this video, it's down to 13 cents. I'm not going to redo my numbers. It is what it is. Again, this is down 30% in the last week. It's just the crypto. It's just Bitcoin in the hole, crypto, everything going down. If it ain't Solana, it's going down. This is actually on Solana, but it's going down. I'm not sweating it at all. I don't think this has anything indicative of the project itself. I'm not worried about it. So the only thing it does is, if you look at your daily rewards, it does hurt a little bit to see your daily rewards going down. But again, it's not the end of the world. So Discord for the Hivemapper, you see again, more issues with Android. Android users are reporting issues after updating to the latest firmware. Gas cans will continue to collect. Mapping industry shouldn't be lost. And they pushed an update to the Play Store. iOS users shouldn't be affected. Hey, my iPhone works. It might not do all the latest and greatest, but or whatever, it works. I don't care. If y'all not in these Discords, if y'all trying to get into any projects these days, you have to get into the Discord. Even if y'all might not be a fan of Discord, y'all have to be in Discord to get the updates and to find out what's going on, especially when you start having the issue, and then you can come down here and start talking to people, or just kind of lurking and watching to see what, you know, they might be going through the same thing that you might have issues with. So as of right now, I went in before the, on the 15th was the last day for the deal they had where, you know, you get the earliest shipping of the new B camera. I already had a camera coming. It was the basic, I think, Wi-Fi version or whatever it was. And it wasn't supposed to ship till July. Paid $300 something for it, and for another $100 something before the 15th of this month, I could go into the pool for the new camera, and then, which is called the B, and that camera should be shipping out Q3 of this year. which is about the same thing July was going to be, if that my device even shipped to them. But even at the price, and again, I didn't update this just now, but even at the price of 14 cents where it was earlier, I'm still making $588 after I drove my 1,200 miles, which when you do the math of what I drive back and forth to work every day and some of these meetings I go to, that would be about a month, if not less than a month. I'm not sweating that. So with the 4,000 bonus for me, it was a non-brainer, because even after I paid for my device, I still got $100 something in my pocket. And that's at this price today. You know, you let honey get back to over 20 cents where it was for a good while. Those 4,000 tokens are $800, and I paid $400. So that's $300 something in my pocket. I don't have to worry about getting my ROI like I did with DIMO or anything like that. The bonus alone, I'm already an ROI plus some. Now, I'm having people ask me this question, and I'm also going to discuss this about another one. At some point with these projects, I've had some people agree with me on this, some people don't agree with this. So I'm not the only person that thinks this. At what point is it better, if you really believe in a project, or you better taking that $400 something or $500 something, depending on what camera you're looking at with Hivemapper, and do you just buy the token? Right now, 13 cents, it might be not financial advice. Nothing in this video is financial advice. But is it better at some point with this project or some of these other projects to just buy the token? You take $500 and you buy yourself at 113.7 cents right now. 0.137 is where, as I look at CoinMarketCap, that Hivemapper is. You can buy you can buy these honey tokens on some exchanges and swap for them. They're on Solana, so you should be able to use like a Phantom wallet or something like that to swap for it. You know, I might even take a little bit of extra cheddar I got and just buy a couple just for the hell of it. But at some point, is it better to buy the token if you have faith in this project, that this project's going to go back up? It's going to go back to 25 cents. You know, at 13 cents, it goes back to 25 cents. You've almost doubled your money right there. So if you take your $500, not financial advice, but you take your $500 that you were going to use for this camera, and you throw it back in the honey right now, 13 cents, and it goes back to 25 cents. And actually, this says the all-time high was almost 43 cents. So that shows you how much I'm not going far enough back. So, you know, you were at 25 cents back in February, but in January, you hit 30 cents. I don't know where CoinMarketCap's trying to say in December, this went back to, well, it sure did. It was at 40 cents at one point. If it sees those kind of highs again, should you just buy it at 13 cents? Hey, that's a decision you can make, and only you can make. But I've had some people say that they're going to buy this now. Some people I was talking to in Discord said they would buy this now because you're riding that up now, where you're not going to get that coin. I mean, this camera until quarter three. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. At some point, any of these projects that are on here, if those coins are released and those coins are dipping down far enough right now, instead of waiting for a DIMO to come in, do you just buy the DIMO token and ride it up if you feel that strong about the project? You know, I don't know. Bitharvest, y'all know I'm real big on Bitharvest. I got the icon right here, and I even got the icon underneath my name where it says Luna the dog. I'm running a test right now for them where I have set up outside. I have two identical devices. One is their device. Well, I mean, it's two sense caps. One sense cap has bhst running on it where it's doing Helium and Wingbits at the same time. I got another device, which is a sense cap also. Same exact antenna, same exact feed line, same exact brackets, same exact power, PoE injectors, identical. And that's running just the Wingbits basic setup. And this is no slam to Wingbits. I want to make sure I say that straight. The Wingbits is just running the basic 1090 ADSB program. And Bitharvest is doing something where they are preventing those some kind of collisions or something inside of those SDRs. Basically, they're making it filter it better. They're doing something to that you're getting a little bit better witnesses on the Helium side. You're getting better messages on the Wingbits or the 1090 program, and we're running that test now. Look, I just set it up. Those guys are going to have to explain exactly how they're doing it. From what I understand, everything's above board. You know, Helium knows exactly how they're doing it. There's nothing wrong with it. So I'm curious to see how that test comes out. We're going to let it run for 7 days. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 SD cards and just flip them. Run those for 7 days. So therefore, each program got to run on a different machine, different antenna, even though they're identical, and then test it out. We'll see how that goes. But these guys are working at this. I know they're adding CureCoin. Not that familiar with the project, but there's something that they seem to be proud of. They're also paused on Crank. I think I spoke a little bit about this last week, and without getting in trouble or anything like that or damaging any relationships, I will, for a rare time, keep my mouth shut on that, on how I feel about Crank. But y'all see that, as I said last week, you don't see Crank on here. Take it for what you want. Fry Miner, I told y'all last week, after watching some of the things going on, it's just something I'm not comfortable with. I am not saying anything negative about the project. Part of this also is that I can't handle no more. Yeah, that's part of it. Part of it is the fact that it went over 1 cent. Now they're going to slash rewards. What's going to happen now that they're back? They're falling below 1 cent. And coin market cap still to today, you cannot find the Fry token on coin market cap. I have an issue with that. Not saying it means anything. I just have an issue with it. There are some junk, crap, bull, crud coins on coin market cap. It is on CoinGecko. You can see what the price is on it. And at the time of this video, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time in the United States on March 18th. I don't know why get me in trouble saying I'm trying to slam the project. It is now under 1 cent. So I tried looking in the Discord to see if they are saying anything with the fact that if this goes under 1 cent, does that mean rewards go back to full rewards? Or since it once went over 1 cent, does that mean they're staying at the half reward? I've seen some concern. Again, I can't 100% say this. I'm just telling you some of the things I found doing research is people questioning Fry is in a lot of projects, is how could that stay sustainable? That's different projects you got to sell to different customers. That's a big task. Hey, I give them A for effort for trying to get that done, and for taking that on. The fact that they're recycling a lot of these older computers and stuff instead of putting them in the landfill, it's a good thing. I wish them luck. For right now, it's not going to be for me. One thing that I will say, and I don't mean this to knock any of my fellow YouTube personalities. I know there's been 2 that have mentioned me in the past on their YouTube page. It might have helped me reach my 7,000 subscribers. If so, I appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. So I'm not considering to knock any of those guys. But they want to always compare the rewards and how much they're going to make or how much they're making with these Fry miners, and they're using the verified results. According to the Discord, there is no such thing as verified results yet because they're not on mainnet. They don't know when mainnet's coming. So some people said mainnet's coming soon. Some people are saying mainnet's not even on the schedule yet. I can only go off of what the Discord's saying. I don't know where else to do that research at. So if anybody's seen any of my fellow YouTube personality videos on how much they're making, and I saw one guy, and again, I don't mean to knock him because I've talked to him many times, and he's a cool guy. He's helped me out a lot. But y'all know I'm going to be a straight shooter also. And I've seen one video where I'm making this new miner is making this much. And he's using verified numbers, verified rewards on a miner that hasn't even shipped yet. First of all, you ain't got it shipped yet. You don't know what it's going to make. They can tell you it's going to make this certain much, but as we learned with Helium and some of these other projects, they can tell you all they want, and it ain't happening. And they're not verifying miners yet. So you using numbers to get people to come in. And now, in the future, when the miners finally shipped, they finally go to mainnet, rewards are finally flowing through there as verified. Yes, they might be making that. It might be a week from now. It might be a month from now, 6 months from now, 2025. Just y'all be careful when y'all doing your research on some of these projects. Hey, if Fry Miner, if Fry Foundation or whatever they are, Fry's Crypto, whatever they are, if they can sit here and they can become successful in all these different projects between satellite mining and air monitoring and all this other stuff that they're doing, the weather stations and stuff like that, hey, it's going to be a super, super successful company, which will make a successful project. I will say that. If they can be successful in all these things, good for them, and it's going to be great for that project. It's a tall task, but, you know, good luck to them. I know there are several people who keep telling me that I can get a Fry Miner license to add on the Weather XM, but from what I'm reading, you know, a weather Fry Miner makes a certain amount of tokens. A Fry Miner license on a Weather XM machine makes a fraction of the Fry tokens. And I've seen what the rewards are with the weather stations, the Fry weather stations. Now, before it was at below 1 cent. I'm not spending that money when right now I can take that kind of money and put it into something else. Finishing it off, y'all know I'm staking all this stuff. I don't want to go too deep into it. You know, I'm DCA'ing, and right now I'm gonna tell y'all, to be honest with you, I'm no longer DCA'ing into ADA. The fact that it's not moving, I know it's still in what 6th place or something like that, but I'm just holding off on that. Vet's another one. I'm not really DCA'ing into it. Atom, because of the staking, is the other one. Y'all know I'm really big on Atom because it pains me and kills me to say. You know, I watched George earlier from Cryptos R Us, and these just projects aren't really moving right now for some reason. They're still big projects. They still have a lot of stuff going on. Is it because they don't have what I think? This is completely what I think, not financial advice, but is it because they don't have memes on them? AVAX is going crazy right now. NATIX is going crazy right now. Kulo, Big Red. Those are 2 memes on those 2 projects. A lot of stuff going on with them. Cocky new, really. But either way, it's on those projects. Solana, memes. Maybe it's time, you know, George is worried about the tokenomics of Atom. And does that mean, you know, Atom, he suggests Atom's got to figure out some way to start burning some tokens. But again, you know, I'm DCAing into that only because of you tell me what bank right now is giving you 14% on a savings account. Nothing. Lunk, I just have Lunk just making its staking. Solana, y'all saw earlier, I am actually this gives 7.6% staking on Solana right now, and I'm taking that $11 or $12 a day. Could be more if IoT goes back to the 21, 22, 100 price. You know, it actually ends up being more than that. You know, you let IoT get back to like 22, 23 cents, and next thing you know, you're making $16 a day. And that $16 a day is buying $16 worth of Solana a day. That's what I'm doing this week. Next week, I could be buying who knows what. A week ago, I was also putting it in WIF. WIFs went up. Not a lot, but it went up. WIF ever gets on Coinbase, like some people are saying, not me, because I don't know. Who knows? Crow, I'm still using my Crow card wherever I can. When I go out to eat, pay bills, I'm making it. Osmo, I haven't really bought any more Osmo in there yet because of the same thing. Oh, I gotta fix that. But that sums up this week. I hope this video didn't go too long for y'all. But I know several of y'all have asked for me to keep doing these videos. So I'm doing them and keeping up with what these projects are. I've had some people ask me to look into this project and look in that project. Hey, I might be old and stubborn. If so, I'm sorry. There's nothing that has really caught my eye that says I need to jump into projects. I think part of it is, honestly, I'm not going to give it a fair share because I'm getting so burnt out on all these projects, keeping up with all these projects. And I've said this before, and I did a video on this before, but I have people telling me this also. So please understand, this is not just my stubborn old self saying this. I think it pains you, if that's the word to use, pains you to see a bull market starting and you have several of these projects that are still on testnet, some not even on testnet, they're in beta. Now, I will say this, because I had people tell me this in the previous videos, and I'm going to say this, so you don't have to sit and type it. Yes, I understand. I understand you don't want people to rush a project just to get on mainnet and to be able to give out tokens. I understand that. Don't type that, please. Just save your time. Don't worry about it. Don't type it. But there are some projects in this list that have admitted that they are ready. Not calling anybody out by name, but I think some of the controversy is they have admitted that they've been ready for mainnet, but they're waiting for this little business deal and this little business deal, but they're ready for mainnet. And I think, you know, and some of these seem very close to mainnet, or that could be very close to mainnet, that I think maybe that should happen. That's just me and my grumpy 2 cents on it. This is nobody knows what's going on with this one, and they've been very open, very, very open to anybody who's asked about. They are in beta, not ready for mainnet, still got testnet coming up, and they've been very clear on that. So I don't know. I think part of me is just getting, you know, keeping up with all this stuff. I'm trying, but like how some of these people keep up with all these big Bitcoin miners and ASIC miners and stuff like that on top of a lot of this other stuff, you know, I don't know how they did it. You know, people like Vosco and then Vosco, how you can keep up with all these different miners and keeping up with what each one's doing with all these different chains and different brand names and different coins and stuff like that. Bless them, you know, but hopefully y'all got something out of this video, some stuff y'all didn't know. If there is something y'all kind of want me to look into, let me know. But I can tell you, like I had somebody keeps asking me about some of these projects that want $400, $500, $600, $800 to get into them. I'm not putting out that kind of money right now. There's just too much going on in my life, too much going on with the bull market going up, too much going on with this computer build that I just don't see what the ROI, especially when there's not going to be an ROI for a while. That's just me. If that makes me greedy, I apologize. Y'all know I'm not one of these Wen Lambo people. I'm not expecting Lambos out of any of these projects. I just want to live comfortable. I want to pay off a vehicle, maybe pay off 2 vehicles would be nice, pay off some debt and live comfortable, that me and my family can enjoy ourselves without having to look at a checkbook if we can afford to go on trips and stuff. That's all I'm looking for out of crypto. And maybe if you want a Wen Lambo channel on YouTube, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that will sit there and lie to you and tell you how this coin's going, you know, XRP is going to $100 a coin, and people forget about the market cap issue, you know. But I'm rambling on. Y'all know I get stuck doing that. So this video has been long enough. Y'all have a great evening, and I'll see y'all in the next video.